to MugenCast episode 17. Today, if you can't tell by the very deep voice, already laughing on the microphone.
Hello.
We have John Obassy in the mobile studio, aka my car.
Yes, sir.
Today, what's been going on, John? How you feeling?
Good. I mean, I tore my ACL and my meniscus,
Yes.
but other than that, I'm chilling.
Other than that, chilling. So me and John haven't done a podcast since when you came back from your Dubai trip, which was like 6 months ago, somewhere around ish.
No, like 5 months ago. Yeah, 5 months.
I'm off by 1 month.
Yeah.
All right, so 5 months ago, a lot of things were going on then. That was a really good episode. I really enjoyed that episode.
I had great feedback from that one.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. That was a really good episode. There was a lot going on, a lot changing, I think, too. Are you still on that same health kick that you were on before, like of
No,
pain?
I'm not.
Really?
No.
Okay, that's one of the things I wanted to ask you, because I wanted to see like how you've kept up with it, because it's been a decent amount of time to.
Oh, bro, I stopped that joint like once I moved back on campus. Bro, Temple has so many good food, dude.
So is that what like ended it for you, like going back to school? Like,
yeah,
it was just too much.
It was literally it was school. Like there's so much there's like so many like food outlets to eat at. That's like so good, and it's so much harder to like, cause like even like the grocery store at Temple is expensive.
Oh yeah, I've heard that
Like,
before.
yeah,
Pat has told me that all the time.
Yeah, so it's like it's hard to eat healthy, and it's hard to eat like unhealthy.
I can't do it. Dang. Okay. So, but do you want to continue it though? So, are you
I'm
gonna
about
get
to
back?
pick it back up, especially now like I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Like I can't work out anymore, so I kind
True.
of have to like put like extra effort into.
That is. How have you been like living without work? Like, I don't know. I feel like fitness is such a big part of your life.
It is.
Like, I thought fitness was a big part of my life, but like when I think about you, you're like probably twice as much as I am. So it's crazy. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
to see you not like working out in the gym or like doing something.
Yeah,
Like,
my mom. This is like the analogy she used. She was like, it's like a lion being like chained up, because like I can't even like.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't even like do like what I know I'm gonna do. So.
People like, do you work out? Not currently, but
Yeah, I do, but
I'm not just big out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hurt. The crazy thing was like I got hurt on like the last pickup game, like right before I was right before I was about to leave.
Oh my god.
So it was like 10 minutes before like I was about to dip. Someone passed me the ball. I drove in the lane, went for a jump stop to like do a floater. As soon as
Signature Obassy move.
As soon as I came down, my left knee just popped.
You just knew.
I didn't know for real, because it popped, and like people were like, oh, like if you tear your ACL, it's like a lot of pain.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel any pain. It was just numb. It felt like I had like no left knee at all.
What?
Yeah, bro. I had to get like walked
That's
off.
like surreal.
Yeah, like I had to I needed like 2 people to like help me like walk off like the court, because like it was that bad, and I was just like, damn. But like I woke up the next day, it was super swollen. And then I was just like, all right, maybe it's just like something like minor, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Because I still wasn't feeling pain like at that point.
Yeah.
And then I went to like the doctor, got an X-ray. Went to the doctor again, got an MRI.
Yeah.
And I went to the doctor another time, and they were like, yeah, like you definitely tore your ACL and your meniscus, so like you're definitely gonna need surgery.
No question.
And I was like, dang. So like,
Damn, dog. Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like this one girl on Temple's dancing team, she tore her ACL and meniscus 2 times.
Jeez.
On each leg.
What?
And she just got surgery.
What is she doing?
She's like, she dances.
but-
Yeah. So like,
Wow.
so I was just like, damn, like that's crazy. So and she just had surgery like dead ass last week.
Oh wow. So I assume like you're friends with her, like.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I was like asking her like how to like get through it, and
Yeah.
like what like you like need and stuff like that. And yeah, but I'm just glad like the doctor he recommended me to like the Temple football team surgeon.
Right. You told me this. Yeah.
So at least like I'll be like in like good hands.
You're in good hands.
And
True.
and apparently like he was like the team surgeon for the New England Patriots.
Right.
I'm just like, damn. I mean,
You have a lot of experience with this. Probably. Well, not probably. Definitely.
He has
Football
to.
players be injuring themselves like
Every
nobody's
game.
been.
Every practice. That's why I didn't play football.
Pretty much.
why
Pretty
they play
much. They're
football,
just
bro.
like, ACL. I'll be back next season. I'll see you guys when I get back.
They get hurt way more than just like ACL. They get brain damage.
Concussions, yeah,
So
just
that's-
over and over
that's-
and over and over. Can you imagine being a running back in the NFL?
they got
That's
that.
just.
They got that. I mean, they get paid like a lot of money, but
Not enough.
Yeah, not enough to not enough to have like dementia when I'm 40.
Nah, that's crazy to think
Yeah.
about. I don't know. You're the first person I've known personally to really get a serious injury like this. So I'm just like, wow. To think that for professional athletes, it's like almost like part of the job.
And like they come back next year the same. Or
Yeah.
Like, well, not usually the same, but they try to be like
Right.
the same.
Yeah.
I was just like, if like what like gave me like motivation was like, you know
Yeah.
how Paul George and Gordon Hayward,
Oh,
like,
man,
their bone came out their skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine your bone coming out of your skin. And you come back and you play the next year
In the NBA, not even like in FIBA or something like that. I ain't
like,
playing in Spain, but
just like the whole like injury itself is just gruesome. I would never play like basketball ever again if my bone came out of my skin.
You think you just like always have that? Oh man, my thing's ringing. Do you think you always just have like that that sense in
second guessing myself?
Like, that sense in like the back of your head, like, oh man, like, can I really do what I want to do? Almost like how people were saying Derrick Rose kind of was like that for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to find out. I'll find out like during physical therapy. So I mean, I already told myself like after like I'm like done physical therapy, I'm not like playing ball like that ever again because like I just don't want to like.
Just like it'll just be like, kind of like more casual, never like.
Most I'll ever do is like jogging / like 80% of like sprints. I wouldn't I wouldn't even go like 100% anymore.
Okay.
Just cause like there's no reason for me to, cause I like going through this is just not even worth.
Just for a recreational sport.
Yeah, it's not even worth even like
Yeah.
trying to do like full on sprints or like full on like basketball. It's not worth it.
Right.
So I'm just like.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll just like do like my normal like fitness stuff and.
Right.
That's good enough for me.
And like your normal, have you ever had any injuries? Like just
I've had like when I was playing basketball like normally, like during high school, I had like a bad groin injury and like that put me out for like 3 months.
Okay.
But like that would only like hurt when like I played basketball again. And,
right.
Like it wasn't like limiting me like in like my daily life.
Like this is right.
This I can't even like. It's like if I want to go out, I have to like prepare to go out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't just like walk out the house. And, like I can barely like I can't even walk like without limping. So it's annoying and it's not even worth it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay, so John Obassy is a little bit out of action for right now. It's I don't know. Like it's at least if I were you, I would be thinking like, especially it's like summertime where you want to be kind of like carefree and stuff like that.
I can't.
Timing's kind of annoying that way, but
I mean, I'd rather have this rather than like during school because like during school I'll be like bombarded with work and like being like a risk major, being behind 1 week is.
It's not. It's no bueno.
It's a huge like disadvantage already. So.
How did your semester go, by the way? Speaking of,
semester went a lot better than the first semesters.
Hey.
I had to like pick it back up. So like, I did better. I'm trying to do like a lot better next semester.
I feel you.
I'm definitely gonna cut back on like smoking.
Got you.
So
it's funny. My sister heard the one episode that we were talking. I forgot what thing you did. Like. Psychedelic wise that you told me about. I completely forget now. And she was just like why didn't you talk about that on the podcast? I was just like listen, he has to let it flow.
Yeah, I mean I feel like if I want people
she liked the podcast though, so
yeah, I mean
I guess it was interesting.
I'm not scared to like share stuff like that because like I don't mind like explode like just
sharing the experience and letting people know.
Exactly, like letting people know like what to expect if they ever want to like do that. You know what I mean?
It's funny you say that because I actually talked to someone who did someone I work with that did mushrooms, and it like
want to do shrooms.
It made this man never want to do drugs again.
Yeah, no, it's
like
if you're not prepared for it, then don't do it at all.
That's the thing, and he had someone who was very experienced, like talking to him about it and like trying to let him know what it would be like.
Yeah, and
then. You know, he went through that. He was like, okay, I think I'm ready or whatever. But just like, he went through so much emotion and just stuff like that. He was just like, I don't even think I want to do this anymore. Like, which I thought was just very interesting.
Did he do like a high dose or like a normal dose?
I think like low.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
I forgot what the average is. He explained it to me, but I forgot now. But
yeah, like an average dose is like an eighth.
An eighth? Yeah, that sounds okay. Maybe that's
eighth is like 3.5 grams.
Okay.
So like he probably like did that enough to actually like trip.
Yeah.
But if he did like
a fourth,
not like a fourth, but like if he did like 5 Gs
Mm-hmm.
or like 6 Gs.
This just sounds like you would die.
Nah, you don't die, but like you like go to like a different like dimension. Nah, for real. No, 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 no. Have you ever heard of DMT?
No.
Oh my! Do you not watch Joe Rogan's podcast?
I actually don't listen to this podcast. Is DMT, isn't that dimensional theory? Is that what it stands for? Or?
No, it's dimethyltryptamine.
Yeah, definitely. I was like DMT, DM dimensional T theory.
No, DMT is like the most like powerful like psychedelic drug like known to man. Like
Oh, that's a drug. I've never heard of that before.
yeah, like the Mayans used it, like Aztecs,
Different.
Like, yeah, Egyptians used it. It's like
Been
basically
around
you
for a
take
while.
it and you literally you get shot off into like a different like dimension and like you meet like different like entities and stuff like
Has
that.
Joe Rogan done this before?
Oh yeah, bro. Everyone on his podcast does it. He talks about it with everyone.
Yeah,
literally.
DMT guys, come on.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm
That's
surprised,
crazy,
like,
okay.
yeah, I'm surprised, like you haven't heard of it.
Okay,
But
got
it's,
you.
like,
So
super,
that's like
super
the
popular.
that's like the top of the like psychedelic
Yeah,
food chain.
it is like you like people are like scared because like you can have like you could have like a great trip, and you could have like a bad trip that will like really scare you into like
Never doing drugs again.
never doing drugs ever again.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Like after I did acid, like I didn't like want to like smoke for like a good couple days because it's like damn, like I'm good off that for now.
Never.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like once you're kind of going at steady, and then it's like a spike. You're just like, let's come down a little bit before I even go back to my average.
It's a huge spike, bro.
Yeah.
And, I didn't like. I mean, granted like I took 2 tabs like my first time, but like some people like will go overboard and just like. It's crazy, and like, great. Like I was talking to like a couple of different people.
Yeah.
The one person told me that his friend did acid, and he was like literally like never like the same. He was like a flip like in his head switched off.
That's where you lose me right there. I'm ever trying that.
Nah, but like
I come back like like the meme normal SpongeBob where he'll be like, "Hi, how are you?" I come back like that. I'm never trying that.
yeah, but
Oh
like,
my god.
but like for people like that, like something's like off with them like before like they even did that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then I had like another friend. She told me that like she did acid like 10 like different times, and she said like she hasn't done it since like the last time because like she was tripping even when she wasn't on acid. And I was like, oh, you got me off. I'm not doing that.
No, boy.
Y'all got that.
Yeah, seriously. That's crazy.
Because
Wow.
If I'm tripping,
I wish there was like a manual to be like, if you're this type of person, this is how you react. But you just don't know.
you don't know.
It could be like, oh wow, this is actually pretty good, or it could be this is really terrible.
But
It's
that's
just
what happens when you take. She probably took like
too much, me.
Well, she's done it like multiple times, and two, like she probably took like I don't want to say like cheap one, but like one that's like lower
one.
quality. You know what I
Right?
mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So all I know is I don't want to be tripping while I'm in class.
That is true.
For no reason.
Talking about home insurance, you're just like, what, professor?
No, because like it's like. Like the first like thing like you like see on acid is like the visual effects. So like everything becomes wavy. So like when I took it, I was in my room when I took it, and like my posters were like this, bro. I was like, what?
LeBron James
LeBron was
like...
coming off. LeBron was coming off. I was like, oh, okay. I see what this is about. I'm ready. I don't want to be doing that if I'm not ready for it.
My god.
Yeah, like I do want to try shrooms though because like shrooms, it's a lot of people like love it because you can actually control like your trip.
So in terms of severity, you would say this is lower than acid, right? Shrooms or acid like here. I'm sure maybe shrooms is like a little bit lower risk.
Depending on how much shrooms you take.
How much shrooms? True.
And depending on what type of shrooms it is. If it's like psilocybin, like mushrooms,
that's what he told me.
That's
like
what
a component of what he took. He said that's what like causes the hallucination.
Yeah, hallucination. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
that was the word. I couldn't think of it.
People don't call it hallucination because they actually feel like those things are realer than real. So like that's why I was asking like if you've ever taken DMT because like the government even uses it, but like yeah, it's so crazy, bro.
Wow.
But people who like go on DMT and meet like all these entities are always like, it was realer than like this than like real. Like, cause like when like you're on DMT, you're not high or anything. Like you're still like your normal self.
Right.
You're still like you're still Dimitri. You're just in a different dimension, reading different like things.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and the crazy thing
That's
is
a
like
large shift in perspective right
your
there.
sense of time totally changes. For example, like DMT only lasts in like cause like your body normally has it, so like your system clears like gets rid of it really fast.
Really
so
fast,
it'll last 15 minutes.
Oh wow.
But people come back saying that they were in there for like thousands of years.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
bro. Yeah. So like you're so
Back
like
there were two in common and all that.
no,
Trying to, like,
they
figure
said
stuff
no.
out.
They would be like they lived through like different like lifetimes.
That's ridiculous.
And yeah, like it's like a documentary on it on like DMT.
Really,
It's
I'm gonna have to watch that. That's
bro,
crazy.
it's so
I'm
great.
definitely never
I
gonna
watched
do
it
it,
with
but
Erica. I watched
gotta
it with
see
Erica.
Oh really?
Yeah, I watched it with Erica.
I'm gonna ask her opinions of it.
It's like it's great. It's called DMT, the spiritual world. I think something like that. But it's
Something
great.
like that. Okay.
There's like hella like scientific research on that. But yeah,
Goodness.
I want to try it. Really, I can't. I really do want to try it, but like people are scared to try it. I don't know why.
Okay, so that's the psychedelic talk
is
with John.
the
You can
quick-
do a whole podcast on this. That would be so interesting to have like a drug related podcast. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, bro, I'm going to. Like now, like I have like more time and like I can't like focus on like my normal purpose, which is like working out and like Obassy fitness.
Yeah.
I need to
Health
find
alone.
like I need to find something else, like whether it's like photography.
But you could definitely kind of
content creating.
yeah, right. I was in terms of like if we're sticking with the whole drug idea, I feel like I've never seen anything like that of someone like actually saying, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and like. I personally, maybe because I'm not looking for it, but okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the research, and I'll tell you guys like what to expect on certain things. Because one, I feel like that's helping people who aren't necessarily
You're not wrong.
like very knowledgeable about that type of stuff. And they want to try it. Maybe you'll help them not do something
I'm
stupid.
gonna
you know?
oh no, for sure. Whenever I do shrooms or DMT or acid, whatever, I'm gonna do like a trip report. Like, people do like people always like do like the trip
Interesting.
reports like after and like talk
Interesting.
about like what like they experience and like what to expect and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
For sure, I'm gonna do one. I'm just waiting for because like I have so many friends who like know people who like have shrooms and stuff like that, but it's just like I haven't gotten it yet. But
Yeah.
when I do, I'm gonna make a podcast about it.
Okay. I'm waiting for that one. That's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be super interesting.
That's gonna come back in just like I'm enlightened. I know all.
I am all.
Right. Exactly.
Nah, people always talk about like meeting God on DMT.
I'm sure. Oh man. Okay. So that was a good way to start it off.
Yeah.
So now we're just talking about not like things that are shifting summer-wise. On my last podcast I was talking about goals for the summer, and that was more just like consistency in what I'm already doing, trying to get down to like a steady schedule. Because now I'm graduated, I don't really have school to worry about, at least for like a year before I have to go back to school. But
Are you getting your master's?
probably,
Okay.
I'll probably just do it. Especially if I can find a company that's gonna like help me with it. I'm like, might as well.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So do you have
Good luck with
anything?
that.
What'd you say?
Good luck with that, bro.
Thank you. Do you have anything planned for the summer? Anything that you're kind
Well,
of now
so-
formulating? Like, all right, these are what I want to focus
So
in on.
my original plans for summer before I got hurt.
Yeah.
So I already had like a full-time job. I was gonna work at school, and I was gonna like do like Postmates like on like the side. 'Cause, like my
Ah.
job was like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I could like do like the Postmates thing
the
like,
evening.
after on like my own schedule. You know what I mean? Just like extra cash to like bring in. Like
I was
on
actually just
top of
talking
what I'm
about
doing.
this with someone yesterday.
Yeah, so I was I was gonna do that, but now like I'm hurt.
Right.
I talked to like my manager, and she was like, yeah, like I wish you like a speedy recovery and everything, because
Me
like
too.
of course like I can barely even stand, let
Right.
alone like working for 8 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, and
Tommy's about to call you. Like, John, you want to come in and work?
I'll work, but like if only like if like there's like a chair behind the register.
Yeah,
So,
right,
I can
exactly.
just sit down and just. You know what I'm saying?
Remember the Hilfiger Club?
I hated that.
I
so
hate that
much.
with a burning passion.
I'm gonna fight Javier.
Good. But okay, got you. So now that's kind of like, you know, that kind of got shifted. Anything else that you're formulating now? Like, okay, maybe this could be my next
That's why
venture.
I was.
Are you in that
I
process
was,
right now?
Oh yeah, I definitely am like in that process for sure. But like I haven't like you have to understand like I'm just getting used to like being like home all the time. So I'm just like the only thing like I've been doing is like watching Netflix and like watching like
What you been
anime
watching?
and stuff. You know what I mean? I finished How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh, you finished
I
it.
finished that joint.
I
Bro.
can, like that's one of the series that I feel like is so good, but I never get around to like
You
sitting
need to,
down and
you need
watching
to,
it.
you need to sit down and finish it. I'm not gonna lie, you can't really sit down and just finish it because it's so stressful.
It's like, and every episode is like 45 minutes. It's like you watch 3 episodes, you're like, dang, there goes half my day.
Nah, I just laugh, but
crazy.
like your heart's beating fast the
I
whole
know,
time because
I
like
know.
it's like dang, like they're never happy. There's always something bad.
I couldn't imagine my life being like some of these shows. I'm just like, you guys, I would go crazy. I would have to move.
Gone crazy, bro. If my
Mm.
life was that stressful, and like
They're like
they got that.
20, like they're so young going through all
They
this.
got that, bro.
Yeah.
That's not me. But yeah, I've just been watching like anime. I finished One Punch Man season 2. I didn't finish like the season 2, but like I
Oh, you
watched-
started
I
like
caught up.
you caught up.
Yeah, this morning.
It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. I've
Yeah,
liked it
it's
so
good.
far.
Yeah, yeah. So
Out there boxing.
and I've just been like talking to like people.
Got you. Oh yeah, how's the love life going? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you brought this up because your Instagram for like a course of 2 days had me rolling.
Wait,
like this,
which 2 days? Like my
I don't-
post. Like,
I don't even know. Like I should have hit you up about this. Like when you actually put it on there, but I was like, yo, what is this man talking about?
you talking about
Like you were like posting
my
like
close friend story? You talking about that one or like my normal story?
like your actual like John Obassy like Instagram. I'm pretty sure it was John Obassy.
I know, but like, do you mean because like I have like you know how like Instagram has the close friend story?
No, I didn't even know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
Which is why I was surprised. I was like, why is he posting all this stuff?
No, I'm not putting that on my main Instagram.
Okay, got you. Maybe it's just because.
You know how Instagram like on like the top right of like your story it says close friend story. It's like it's like a blue thing.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know.
Here.
It must have been your close friends one because the
It's-
stuff you were saying, I was like,
I
this
don't-
is hilarious.
I do
But
not post that.
what I
on
was
my-
wondering, I was like, the people he's talking about, aren't they gonna see this
Nah, bro. I did not post any of that on my
on your regular?
on my regular.
Okay, got you.
Nah, I post that on my close friends.
So, but this is where you were talking about like people that you may be talking to in the summer, or like, oh, this is like, this might not be verbatim, but one thing you're saying, you're like, man, maybe this summer won't be as bad as I thought it was gonna be initially.
I just yeah, I
Which
was
I
just,
thought was
I was
pretty
just
funny.
like I was just like damn, like I'm about to have like
A rotation.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but I'm about to have like a rotate, like
A first string, a second string team.
I have a whole basketball team. Like, I have a 12-man team. Like,
We can run fives if you
I
want
got the
to.
starters. I got my 6th man, my 7th man, my 8th man. I got all of them set up. I
My
got the
defensive
coach.
player of the year, everybody, offensive player of the year, MVP,
I got the coach. I got the owner. I got everyone.
commissioner, everything that you need. I have a
Wow.
whole association.
My love
That's
life.
funny.
My love life, bro, is
Any like true prospects of like, man, maybe
Oh,
it could be something?
yeah. I have there's one.
Oh, just one. It's always the one.
Well, there's kind of there's 1.5.
1.5.
I can't say this on the podcast.
No,
but,
you don't have to say that name or anything.
No, I was not gonna say the name. I was gonna say the reason why the one is 0.5.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, but there's one like I've been talking to for like a month now. It's like the only one like I would cuff after like summer's over.
Wow,
But like
that's pretty cool.
yeah. And then other than like that one, there's like a good solid like 7 or 8 that I would just like.
It's almost like if it, compared to the actual NBA, you have like the Warriors up here, and then you have like all the other teams in
other
the West
team.
trying to. Maybe we can knock them off this year.
Trying to compete, yeah.
Portland Trail Blazers.
Literally how it is,
everybody.
bro.
Denver Nuggets.
Exactly, it's literally how
That's
it
pretty
is. And I mean, like, I'm not going out of my way to
Yeah.
like, you know, like hook up with them. It's just
Right.
like
Available.
now, especially now that like I don't like now that I have so much time on my hands. It's
Mm.
like they're keeping me company too. You know what I mean? So
Cool.
it's like it's plus like it's good to like talk to someone. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Are they all from
Temple?
Down yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Done with the girls up here, huh, John?
Up here, boy. Nah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Ain't nothing from me up here. boy.
There's like 2 up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro.
There you go. Sprinkled in a little bit.
I can't be born at home. Come on.
You gotta show love to the Pottstown girls. Shout out to
For
y'all.
sure, bro. For sure. And then there's like a good solid. And there's like 2 from like Gwen at like my old school.
Coming
Yeah.
back, just out the woodwork, like.
After the
John.
semester was over, they said, "Hi, John.
Right.
I have
Hi,
time
John.
now."
Hey, girls.
And like
That's funny.
on campus, bro. Honestly, like I feel like I talked like a new girl on campus like every week.
It's just the population. It's too much.
So many people, bro. Oh my god, I love that school so much. It's just it's like I'm so glad like I transferred to that school, dude.
Me too.
For
I'm glad for you.
literally, literally, everyone like all like my friends who were still at Gwinnett, like they all said like they still hate Gwinnett, like it's like the same, like it's not it.
You better get out what you can.
Oh, I'm glad, like I'm so glad I did, bro, for sure.
Okay, got you. So the love life is prospering, I would
Yeah,
say. So
yeah.
there's a lot of different things going on. You're not just,
Yeah,
alone.
yeah. I mean, I'm content with like
Where you are right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Speaking of love life,
How's yours, bro?
good actually. I shouldn't say actually. My girlfriend about to be mad. She's like, "What do you mean actually?"
Does she listen to all your podcasts?
She listens to most of them. She tries to stay current, support me and all.
Okay.
But it's been good. Now that I've moved, all right, UPS truck coming through messing up the audio. But now that I'm up here, it's a little bit different because she's still in Philadelphia. So
really?
we're gonna have to try and like work around that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that'll probably be somewhat challenging. But overall, I mean, it's not like she lives in like New York or something crazy. Like it's only like a 45-minute drive. So
Yeah.
we'll figure that out. But other than that, it's been good. So it's strange because, and she was saying this to me last time we talked, or a week ago, whatever. Last summer when I was like starting to make podcasts with you and Ellie, which is so crazy that was last summer already. But
I miss Ellie.
I know. I wish she could be in like with us right now doing this episode. But when we were making that podcast, we had like a relationship. Remember the relationship episode?
I remember you told me
that. It was. I think it's still the best episode of the podcast. That was such a good episode.
That was a great episode.
But
Damn.
and I was saying in the episode that I don't really want like a girlfriend. And then after that, that's when she kind of like came into things. She was like, "Can you believe that was like a year ago of you saying like you didn't really even want anything?"
I
and now
know.
here we are. I was
I
like,
know.
"Yeah."
I know.
And I've been with her for like 6 months now, which is crazy.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, so can't complain. But what I was gonna say was, speaking of relationships and things like that, this whole Aisha Curry situation that took place maybe a week or two
that.
ago. Don't
Don't do that.
So the only reason I bring it back up, one, I never talked about it, and then two, John, from what I heard, John had some strong opinions on the topic.
I have some strong opinions on that.
So first of all, set the scene. Like, what was this whole thing that was happening? She went on like the Red Table Talk, or like this Facebook show or whatever.
Yeah, with Will Smith's like daughter and wife and
Jada Pinkett.
Yeah,
I'm not sure his daughter's name is.
yeah.
Willow.
Yeah, all of them. They're all there. And Aisha Curry said. She was talking about how Steph gets so many attentions from like different people. And,
I wonder why.
And like, yeah, like he's not like the best shooter in the world
ever.
But yeah, she was talking about that and talking about how she wants more male attention from other people
outside of her relationship,
outside of her long-lasting, loving relationship
since high school.
And that just. I was so confused because who wants attention from other people outside of their relationship?
Of a good relationship.
And like I'm just confused because if he said that on TV about wanting more female attention,
boy, Under Armour would let him go. Everybody would let him go.
Do you know how many girls would flip out and say, "Oh, niggas ain't shit. Oh, he has a beautiful wife and kid at home and he wants more female attention." But when she says that, all the girls are like, "Oh my God, you're so right. You go, girl. Yeah. More male attention."
So you think it's like a double standard situation?
Huge double standard, because if he said that, men would never hear the end of it because
just to cut you off for a second, Steph Curry is like, he's almost like the great white hope of all men right now, to be like
people
like he's like the faithful man, like that you want to be, a man of God, you know, super successful, good looking wife, beautiful children, like the media darlings, right?
Okay, think about it. If it wasn't even Aisha Curry, think about it if it was LeBron's wife. If she said that, how would that make LeBron look?
Yeah,
and how would that make herself look? And then think about if LeBron said that.
Oh my God,
he wants more.
It'll be worse.
It'll be
worse
women.
for him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, dang, like
people hate LeBron just because. Now,
what's the point of
getting? Reason.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's the point of getting married if you're just gonna like
do stuff like that or feel that way,
or like feel like insecure to want other people's attention.
I feel like what got me with the whole situation, I didn't listen to her thing actually, so or first-handedly, so maybe I might not have the most accurate opinions, but from based on what people have told me that were paying attention to it and the other things I've listened to, the main thing that stuck out to me was that I just feel like that's a conversation you might not want to put out to the world. That's my whole thing.
At all.
If you feel that way, sit him down. We can talk about it, whatever, work through it. Like that's what I would prefer, especially if I'm Steph. Like that would bother me.
Oh my
That
God.
would really bother me. If I know I'm like a perfect husband, being like
a loving husband.
I'm as good as it gets.
Yes.
I know that.
Yes.
I know. Like I check every box of
Yes.
every single category,
And everyone else knows that.
and everybody knows that. They know like our
They
who I am.
respect his relationship
Exactly.
enough to not even come at her.
You know, to like I don't know, to almost put it out there, like I don't want to say that she was saying he wasn't good enough, but if I'm in that relationship, that's how I would
she
feel.
just wants more, but like the reason why she wants more is because
Which may be wrong, may not be wrong, but that's how I would feel if I was Steph. I would that would irritate me.
No, I totally agree because it puts him at a horrible
A
situation.
very awkward spot.
Because she's comparing herself to Stephen Curry. Like, do you know who? Like, you're comparing yourself to like probably like the top 5 most popular men in the whole like world,
In
United
sports, at
States,
least.
in sports, whatever. But like, you can't do that because you'll never measure up to Stephen Curry.
Not that we're trying to like put her down.
No,
but
it's just he's Stephen Curry.
it's just kind of how it is. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
But I understand that there's challenges that come along with that of being like the wife or the husband to someone so famous that it's like you kind of get put on the back burner a little bit.
Yes.
He's always on the road. For
everyone
one.
knows her as Steph's wife.
Exactly.
Not Aisha,
Exactly.
Not Aisha.
And maybe that's where the insecurity come from. But
Yeah.
I
Oh,
still
yeah.
maintain that you shouldn't have went and said like I don't know. I feel like revealing something that personal on a show like that, like just why do it?
I just feel like she went about it like in like totally the wrong way because she's asking for more attention. But like, if you want more attention, why can't you be more innovative and create like your own
legacy.
brand, like your own like thing? You know what I mean?
She does do stuff.
She does, but like
But
she doesn't under Steph. Like if you want to do all that stuff, you have to do it on your own. Like it's your idea. You're funding it with your own money, not even Steph's money. You know what I mean?
You're just completely doing it independently.
Exactly,
It's
independent.
not like the Currys. It's Aisha.
It's Aisha. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. And like, nah, but she wants to just ask for it on like live TV. But like, if a man did that, he would be shamed. He would be shamed. He would have been
Crucified in the
bro.
same-
He would have been assassinated. He wouldn't have even been crucified. He would have been. They would have killed him, bro, for even saying that because that's not what anyone should say on live TV.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
not- I don't get that. I don't get why people are trying to like back her up for that. Like, I don't understand. It's totally wrong no matter how you look at it.
And I did see, I can't remember exactly what the tweet was, but I did see an opinion of them saying like Aisha was one of the people who was, because she is like a woman of God and she's very religious, she kind of came with a stance of like women, she was almost comparing herself to women who are putting themselves out there to be more sexualized and more sought after for their attractiveness, and she was saying I'm more modest, I cover myself up, I do that type of thing, and now everybody's looking like, oh, so Aisha, what you trying to say now? So there was a tweet about that saying, you know, you can't double back. You were just against us, almost like quote unquote slut shaming in a way. That's how people interpreted it a little like just a few months ago, and now you kind of, it's almost like you want similar to the attention that we were trying to get from the beginning. So it's almost like she was being hypocritical in that way, and people weren't messing with that at all. So,
and not just that, but like
Steph Curry was probably sick when he saw this.
he was so.
I know.
I mean,
like,
he did put out like a Instagram story like supporting her after she like had that interview.
yeah,
He
you
was-
have to.
But like, I feel like deep down he was definitely like pissed. I don't care what
Probably.
anyone says,
Probably.
but
And Steph is like, he seems like a very level-headed, like cool dude.
chill back. Like he's like he's always like.
So he's definitely not gonna be the type to come, because one, I would have been stupid to come out and be like, you know, I'm not sure how I really feel about that. Like like his brand, like no, he's not about to do that. He's about to be like, yeah, you should. Behind the scenes, he's like, what the fuck?
For real, yo.
That's how I feel like it might be a
That's all he
situation like
can
that.
do because
That's all you can
because
do.
like no matter what he does, he's gonna be looked at as like the bad guy.
Exactly. Or like insufficient in some way that he wasn't doing enough. But so how would you have preferred her to like put that out there, like, or not put it out there at all? 'Cause maybe that was the
Well,
solution.
I'm definitely sure like it's not the first time like her and stuff have like talked about it. Like they've definitely talked about it like multiple times. but like it's just she felt like the need to say that because she wants the attention. You know what I mean? It's just like she wants like the easy way to get the attention, and she got it. I mean, regardless of like what anyone says, she got it. But I feel like the way she should have like done it was just create like your own brand. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, why not?
and like
I think she's very capable. She is a pretty intelligent person from what I was seeing. She's very
intelligent,
well spoken. And like I said, she has her own accomplishments as well. Granted, they might be kind of like under like the Curry family thing, but she's doing stuff, right? It's not like she's just like some like trophy wife that's just sitting there.
She's not. Everyone, even I know that. Like,
right?
She's not. Yeah, but like, I feel like for her, it's just like she keeps comparing herself to Steph, and you can't do that because
Steph is like he's like the not necessarily the envy, but almost like the goal for all men. Like I want to have a life like him. So that's where a lot of the male attention comes from. Like
it's not, it's not even just that. It's different if he was like an average NBA player. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Nick Young.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, if he was like a Nick Young type player or like a
Chandler Parsons.
Yeah, just like Tristan Thompson.
Tristan Thompson, right? Even though Tristan Thompson was a Kardashian.
Well,
are they still together? I don't know what's going on.
Barely.
Barely, bro. You know, as soon as he started dating her, his offensive rebounds went down.
His whole career went down.
It got so much worse. I was like, Tristan, you were actually low-key nice for a second. What happened?
He was.
But
not even just that, but like, yeah like, she, like, I don't know. I'm just speechless because like I feel like people were supporting it because she is a woman, and like, I'm like nothing like against that, but like they have to consider it if it was a man who did that.
How would you feel about it?
If what?
No, I'm saying like that's what they should be considering.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Right,
yeah, okay. Exactly. Like, if my wife said that about me on like live TV, I would just be like, wow.
Wow.
Literally, I was like, wow.
Okay, that's how you feel.
I was like, who is this? Someone get their woman.
And I'm dead. And the funny thing is, I don't know. It's just if there was any guy it's not the type to say that about, Steph is probably like number one at the top of that list.
I did not expect. No one expected that. Like
that man doesn't go out. He doesn't really do anything other than really be a really good basketball player, at least from what I see. But that's interesting. I did not see that coming at all. But and actually leads into one of the topics I wanted to bring up was people who are in the public eye, whether they're associated with someone who is famous or has some semblance of maybe social media popularity or something, right? That has gotten them into the eye of the greater society. How they can often use that for good or bad, and whether they deserve it in the first place. So, if we're using Ayesha Curry as an example, right? If Ayesha Curry wasn't the wife of Steph Curry and she just had to rely on her own resources and things like that, would her voice be as loud as it is now? And not to say that she's relying on Steph completely, but it's just to say that you have this platform and that's how you kind of use it in a way. And that's part of the reason why I feel like it would irritate me as well if I was Steph Curry. And I feel like there's a lot of situations like that.
Yeah, so you're basically asking if she wasn't with Steph, if it would have been as like a major topic as it is.
Exactly.
Heck no, it would not.
And that's the thing.
No one would even.
Which is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, no one would, like, cause like first off, she wouldn't even have like the resume to even like begin on that topic because well, like now, like we know she's been like with Steph like her whole life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like.
And that brings up to me, at least the way I think about it, that's interesting to me because that now we agree on that part at least. So if you think about it from that perspective, if we're just singling her out, just Ayesha Curry singular, what makes her so influential that all these people should be backing her up just because she's Ayesha Curry? You know what I mean? It's like at the end of the day, she's just a person like you or me. So the fact that people almost are just supporting her just for the sake of that she has the platform, not necessarily because of what she's actually doing, that kind of irritates me somewhat.
Yeah, and it does.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So,
I know what you mean. I agree. Like, I feel like she's kind of, in a way, she's kind of like using Steph's platform to bash Steph.
Which is kind of crazy.
Which, if you really think about it,
it's not really. I wouldn't say she's bashing him, but it's almost like
she's low key dissing him.
In a way, yeah.
I feel like she's low key dissing him.
Inadvertently, I think she still loves him and all that, but it's just like
Of course, I don't think she like doesn't love him.
Yeah, but
I just think that she could have handled it 10 times better.
exactly.
Like anything that she would have done would have been better than what she did.
And I think the point to that is, or at least the final point I want to make on it, is that these people who have these platforms, it's not necessarily the people you need to be listening to just because they're on that certain show. That's really what I was trying to get across.
People don't know that. People feel
like just because. So even a better example, I think, like Kylie Jenner and the whole like their situation.
I hate the Kardashians.
Like they're just so. People talk about them constantly. They get all this attention. Whatever they say all of a sudden becomes like law almost. And it's like, who are you?
I'm not gonna lie with you.
Like
like my mom.
What are your credentials?
My mom loves the Kardashians.
Really?
I hate the Kardashians. I hate everything about them. I'm so serious. I don't feel like they do anything to help anyone. Besides like themselves. And I feel like everything like about them is always drama.
Yeah.
Like I don't like people like I hate people who are only like about drama.
Yeah, I know.
I stay away from that. So I don't even like to like. Nah, that's just not me. Have you heard about the I don't know if it's Kylie or Kendall, but she's a self-made billionaire. Have you heard about that?
No. I mean,
Are you serious?
No, I like I said, I don't really pay attention to them.
Okay, so which one's like the younger one, the one who dates Travis Scott?
I think so. Which is Kylie.
Kylie,
right?
Her net worth
hit $1 billion.
It was like 900 million before, but now it's probably like $1 billion. Yeah, I think she hit $1 billion. But yeah, she claimed to be a self-made billionaire, and everyone was like totally flipping out because she is not a self-made billionaire at all.
I'll give her credit for that. She came up with various ideas, but the fact that it was like, you ever heard like
had the platform.
There you go. You ever heard like the quote from Donald Trump that like, oh, I got like a small loan of a couple $1 million from my father.
That's literally how it is.
It's like, if I had that platform, you think I wouldn't be a billionaire? The amount of ideas I have? Come on now.
I feel like
and the fact that if you just slap your name on it, boom.
Exactly.
It prints money.
Exactly, exactly. Once you have your name on it, it's just okay right away. Of course, it's like it'll sell.
It's hard for me.
Everywhere.
It's hard for, but the thing is, it's like, but look at other people who are truly self-made, like someone like a LeBron James, who like came basically from zero,
from nothing,
and made it all. Like that's self-made billionaire to me.
That's self-made.
I can't. I don't. You have too much legacy. You have too much of a head start ahead of everybody for me to really call you self-made.
Dude, they did not struggle at all. You're not self-made.
No. You basically you were born with like 10 silver spoons in your mouth.
Dude, they grew up in the reality TV show. Yeah. Like they always had money.
You started making money just for the sake that was your name.
Exactly. Literally. Like I don't like how people can, or how she wants to call herself a self-made billionaire.
Not at all.
That's not self-made. Come on now. You know, like you're lying to yourself. Come on now. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Oh my goodness. So I don't know. And both those topics are, I think, great points to just say, pay attention who you're listening to.
Literally.
Especially. Just because they might be popular doesn't necessarily mean that they're the individual who has
knows
the wisdom.
What they're talking about.
Exactly.
Please, guys.
My garbage man could be more insightful than some of them, and you know.
Guys, yeah. It's like same with that on like Instagram too, yo. Like social media itself is just so toxic. Please.
And you could even, and that's, I'm glad you brought that up, because you could even break it down to like a lower level just of influencers and of just people almost follow them like they're
public
like
figures,
like they're just like Jesus. Like
they actually have fans, dude.
True fans.
Like fans. I'm so I don't understand how someone can have like fans like that.
I don't know. It's pretty crazy. When you see like, I don't know, people who just post really not to say, because getting popular on Instagram is not easy, but
it's not.
People who have, you know, they post really nice pictures and they portray this lifestyle that may not even be true.
First of all,
and people just admire them and build them up to be so much more than they are. It's just.
Last semester,
stop getting so caught up in it.
I think we talked about this.
We did.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this last podcast.
Podcast, yeah.
But my first semester at Temple, I remember I was like into modeling like a lot more.
Yeah.
So I was I was like focused on like my Obassy fitness. So I was on like two sides of like Instagram, which is like 100% fake.
Yeah.
Like the whole fitness like thing is all photoshopped. Whole modeling is all photoshopped.
Right. Yeah,
so like I would get on social media, and like the first thing I see is all these quote unquote perfect people.
Right.
But like if you see them like in real life, there's nothing like that at all. It's all Photoshop, it's all editing, like it really like it can bring down someone's like self-esteem. So like when like I hear like all these like people like talking about like they're self-made or like what like they're doing is like real. It's just like, come on, like why are you lying to people? Like you have like that platform and like you're like and like people are like listening to you because you're so popular, but like don't lie to people. You know what I mean? I hate that. I don't like that like at all.
Yeah, I agree with that. And for someone who spends a decent amount of time on social media with posting different things, I think it's irritating somewhat when you try to be genuine and then you see people who aren't being genuine and they're passing you by not being genuine. It's just like, wow. So you see what's truly going to get you success in a way, and it's a little bit discouraging. But at the end of the day, I feel like, just like how you were saying, I just want people to be more aware of just think like, is this actually true? Do you really think this person is genuine with what they're saying or truthful with what they're saying? And people don't. I feel like people, since it's just so quick, people don't really think about like the person behind a lot of things, like the true person behind that. Like, do they really mean what they're saying to me right now, or are they just saying it just because they know I'm gonna click like?
Exactly.
And that's something to pay attention to.
No, yeah, that's you're not wrong at all. That's 100% true. Saying like that's like a big thing on YouTube. Like people will just like do like whatever just to get like that like.
And we were actually we were actually talking about this. I was actually listening to this other podcast because Instagram was like toying with the idea of taking away the like button to maybe have like more organic like, or not taking away the like button, taking away showing likes, like how many likes the pictures have. So it's not like the rich get richer effect of like, oh, this already has 3,000, let me be 3,001, that type of thing.
Yeah, no, Visco doesn't have. Visco is like Instagram.
It's more pure.
But yeah, right. I love that.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I really do. Like I honestly think Instagram should get away with likes, but at the same time, it's like that's what makes Instagram Instagram. You know what I mean? Like
True.
People's thirst for like those likes. You know what I mean?
That's a big reason they bring in so much money too. So
yeah.
Like I can't.
They're not gonna do it.
I don't think so either. Anything I miss with money, they're just like, yeah, no.
Yeah, we're good.
But Instagram, you can help society. Boy, I said no.
Bro, it's all about money, dude. I mean, like, they're tracking all our things too.
Yeah, so I don't see it actually happening, but I thought it was interesting to say like, or to just. That's how much the like means that people are thirst for it so much and so many people are up in arms about it, like, no, you can't get rid of this. This is like what makes me want to post, and it's just like you post just for the sake of being able to hit a certain number. You know what I mean?
Now you're giving me
it is a numbers game.
Now you're giving me two more topics that we could talk about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because okay, so the first topic is people's like. Social media has changed like everyone's like mentality because like now we feel like we can't do things without taking a picture and posting on social media.
Oh
like,
yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I feel like it's so funny because I have a few friends who are like, we'll do something and then they'll be like, hold on, I need to get on my Snapchat or my Instagram. I'm like, it's too late. The moment's gone. All right.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not gonna even put it on there.
Like
I think it's not. I feel like, and I do photography, so I know capturing moments is really fun. But it's like everything turns into a moment. Everything's become sensational that you want to make it something more than it is sometimes.
If someone goes out like at nighttime, they want a picture of their outfit.
Every time.
You know what I mean? Like,
every time.
Before people went out just to go out and have fun, but now people go out to like take like a selfie.
Put our image out, yeah.
Or, like,
show that I was at this
Snapchat
place.
Show that,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you just enjoy being out
organically?
Exactly. Like without it being forced. Another topic I was gonna talk about was so right after like I like got hurt. I guess like Instagram. So my Explore page on Instagram had it already had. Mind you, this is before I knew it was my ACL. My Explore page on Instagram already had ACL treatments and like rehab stuff.
Oh man,
I was so freaked out because I've never had that on like my Explore page.
I got your data, boy.
The thing is, like I did Google like like meniscus stuff, but I Googled it on like the private window. So if it's private, how does Instagram know?
Google, explain to me what's going on here.
How did Instagram track down like what I'm doing?
Cut, like, got him.
Don't do that.
Right, exactly. Instagram come. I'm like, yo, you got that data for me on John Obassy? Yeah, I got it for you right here.
But like that's so bad because like if you guys are promising me it's like a private window or like a private like
ain't
privacy,
private.
That's what I'm saying, yo. And then like
it's
my
really unsettling.
My roommates was like, I should definitely turn off like my Hey Siri on my iPhone because like they're listening to like everything like I say. I mean, I believe it because there's no way like they knew.
Why not?
Like all of a sudden, it was like the very next day. I was on like my Explore page, and the first night I see ACL like rehab. I'm like, what? How the heck? Like what?
What also increased me out is when and it's like instant too, which shows you just how fast they are. Of you go on a webpage and say, if I'm looking at I'm looking at the new Jordans, right? Then I'll go on like a website, I don't know, to like
the ads.
Yeah, and the ad on the side will be like new Jordans.
Right,
like
exactly. It's so bad, dude.
sold for $2.99 on Flight Club or whatever. And I'm just like, oh my goodness.
That's
Like,
they're
too
tracking
quick.
everything we do. It's
Yeah.
so bad. I hate that.
So that bothers you.
Oh
Some
my
people are just like, oh, well, it enhances my experience. It gives me content that I like. That's like the goal behind it. But it's just so creepy.
They're saying that then, because I used to say that too. But then once like you realize like you want like your own privacy,
yeah.
then you're like, dang, like how do I get my own privacy? Because you're never private.
Right.
Like they're always like tracking you, watching your stuff.
It's interesting because now I feel like, how you'll watch certain shows that have like a dystopian type of like view on technology and how it take over the world.
I love
and
those
stuff like
shows
that.
and movies.
It's like we're in like the very beginning of stuff like that. Like, granted, I probably won't be around for it. I'll die before it goes like too crazy.
Because I don't
Maybe.
think so. Because
50 years from now, you think?
there was a new like some news article like I saw on Twitter for like a verified page, and it was talking about how like in Japan there was a robot that killed like 28 scientists, and
What?
Yeah, they were like creating like a AI, and like it killed 28 scientists.
Wow.
And they're probably still gonna keep working on it because humans are dumb.
Wow. I need to look up that article. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like a while ago. It was,
Oh my God.
But I was just like, dang. I was just like, so like we really are in the midst of like creating something that like,
that
will kill
technological
us.
revolution type.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you? I don't know if you've like.
I gotta go underground.
I don't know if you've seen like this chart. It was like the evolution. It was like how we came from
Yeah.
like monkeys and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and like the
The
last
Anders
one,
robot.
yeah, the last one's like a robot, but like we created like the robots. And, like,
Right.
they'll just create like their own
Dang.
advanced. But that's
creepy.
I don't want to live in like a war like that, dude. That's crazy.
Heck no.
Mm-mm.
It's interesting because you get it kind of like micro doses now. Just like, ooh, and implant a chip in your finger. Do like this like small things here. And it's
Yeah.
almost like that's basically the same type of augmentations I'll be seeing in
On
like
Black Mirror. Have you seen Black Mirror?
I haven't seen it, but I know it's just like crazy.
There's so many episodes talking about how like
Things could go bad.
yes, things can go back real quick and
Yeah.
man,
It's not looking good.
not looking good at all.
All right, I don't want to end on a somber note.
Nah. We can talk about like the NBA finals.
Yeah.
The NBA,
Let's end on that actually. 'Cause
Those-
I gotta go to the gym soon.
Gotcha.
But man, Toronto actually made it.
I was
Did you
disappointed.
think that they were gonna make it?
So you already know I'm Nigerian, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is Nigerian.
I thought he was Greek.
His family was Nigerian.
Oh.
Only him and his younger brother were born in Greece.
So they were just born there.
Yeah, they were just born
Oh
there.
man, then they call him the Greek freak. That's his whole thing. Turns out he's Nigerian, like
I mean,
by
have you seen?
family.
Yeah. Like he's actually like Nigerian. Like his
I guess
older,
Nigerian
his
freak doesn't
two
have
older
a
brothers
ring
were
to
born in Nigeria. His parents were born in Nigeria.
He just happened to be
Yeah.
Okay,
They moved
gotcha.
to Greece because like
plot twist.
yeah.
Right.
But I mean.
But yeah, so that was your guy in a way.
Yeah, like I wanted him to like win because you know what I'm saying, like it's Giannis, and like the Bucks were like they were really good. They were like
were
one
really good.
seed in the East. But
They had the most wins in the NBA, just period.
60.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but you know what I'm saying, the claw. He said nah. He said with his nasty laugh. I don't know how to do that laugh, yo.
It's so. Have you ever
Oh
have
my
you seen
God.
the meme of like
The baby one,
huh?
like the baby filter on the.
Oh no, I was about to say it was like the one where he was like him during the game and he cracks like this really tiny smile. Have you seen that?
It matches like the one emoji.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like when it turns out that you can't you won 4 straight and you're going to the NBA finals. It was just like
God.
I was like, oh my god.
And it was in
dude,
slow
weird.
motion, which made it even funnier.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I was super.
But their route to
surprised.
get there was really interesting though. Like
It
the game
was,
7 game
yo.
winner, to beat the Sixers. The fact that they got beat 2 straight by the Bucks and came back and then beat them 4 straight times. I was like, goodness gracious.
I was first off, I wanted like the Sixers to beat the Raptors, and then I wanted the Sixers to lose to the Bucks.
Okay, got you. That's how it should have went.
That's what I was saying. But the claw said nah.
Absolutely not.
Said no to my house.
What do you think about all the of course like sports people change their opinion every day, but
I mean, the
what do-
media outlets?
yeah,
I
right.
hate
What do you
them.
think What do you think of them saying that he's the best player in the world right now? What do you think about that?
First off, I hate Max Kellerman.
You hate Max Kellerman.
I hate Skip Bayless.
That's been his argument for the past like week or so that he's the best.
He's dumb. Max doesn't know what he's talking about. First of all, if I ever saw him, I would tell him the same thing. But no, I still think honestly, I don't know if LeBron's the best player anymore. Because like when he came back from his injury, he wasn't. I wouldn't say he was the best player. Yeah, he wasn't the same. Everyone knew he wasn't the same.
Right.
But I don't know. Like I don't like KD at all. But like KD was playing like the best player.
Yeah.
And then now Kawhi's playing like the best player. So,
right. But what I don't like is that they try to change it every day. It's just like at this very moment on the planet, Kawhi Leonard is the best player. I'm like, I guess. Like, do you guys have nothing else to talk about?
They don't. And like they're always trying to like bring like LeBron's name into it because like LeBron's name sells.
I mean, that's true. It's funny because they'll try to work his name into like anything they can. Or like Kawhi's the best player in the world.
But the Lakers are.
But is it LeBron?
But the Lakers will do this, and LeBron is gonna have to do
exactly.
this. I'm like, oh my god, like
how will LeBron respond?
You guys are just talking about like draft picks right now. They're not talking about LeBron. Like leave his name out of it.
So that's what. Also, I have to get your opinion on this. Do you think Zion is gonna be as good as the media said he's gonna be?
I don't know, dude. I've seen so many great players who were like amazing, like
in college
and high school.
Look at Evan Turner.
Look at everyone in the NBA.
Basically,
they were
everybody was cooking.
They were all Americans, they were all amazing, and then all of a sudden,
I was talking to my manager about this yesterday. I was like, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think he's gonna be a good player, but
I think he'll be a solid player.
They act like he's gonna be an all-star his first year.
Yeah, especially after seeing who do we draft? Who do the Sixers draft number 1?
Ben Simmons.
The one who got traded to the Magics.
One that got Okafor?
No, this year.
I'm lost.
He was a rookie this year.
He got traded to the Magic?
Yes, he was on the Sixers, and he got traded to the Magics. I forgot his name.
I don't know. The only people I know on the Magic,
dude.
Mo Bamba's on the Magic.
No,
Jonathan Isaac.
Oh my God, how do we not know this, dude?
I could not remember this person's name. But what's your point about him?
He went to the University of Washington. He was amazing in college. Remember?
Oh my God, I know who you're talking about.
I forget his name. Dude.
Oh, I cannot continue this podcast.
I'm about to look it up.
No, don't look it up. No,
I have to.
We got to think of this.
I have.
I can picture his face right now.
I know who I'm talking about, dude. I just can't. I can't think of his name.
Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on this?
His name is
with the free throws.
Don't do that with the free. Why does it show me?
What is this man's name? I can't think of it. And he has dreads now, I think, too.
Yeah, it wasn't this year. It was 2017, not 2018.
Oh, my God. I can't think of this dude's name. This is shocking.
So bad. Markel
Fultz. Oh, my God. Yo, that was one of the worst brain farts I've ever had in my life.
Oh, my God, bro. Markel Fultz was so good in college, dude. He was like literally, he could do everything. He could shoot. He had balance. He could drive. This man came to the NBA, can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. He can't even hustle. He forgot how to hustle, bro. I'm just like, damn.
Can't play defense, really.
I'm just like, dang, like the NBA, like the level of like NBA to college is so
the jump is crazy.
It's so grand and like, I don't know if Zion's gonna be like that.
It's too early to say. Let's let him play.
He's stupid athletic.
Yeah,
but he's like I feel like his weight. He's too heavy to play 82 games.
You think so?
And not get hurt.
Yeah,
he's gonna get hurt if he plays. 82 games.
What is he like? 285.
285, bro.
Big.
That's 285 of muscle, bro.
He could cut down to like 260 and still be really effective.
No, I think like whatever team like he gets drafted on, they're definitely gonna make him lose weight.
I would.
He has to because he's still gonna be strong. He's just gonna be lighter and like
take 20 pounds out. That could be a huge like.
That's gonna be
faster,
huge.
yeah.
He'll be a lot more toned.
Like, oh my gosh, I'm light.
Yeah, he can probably.
And he's not really toned right now. You're right.
Yeah, he's not toned. He's like busky. He's
just a big bull.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm probably like it'll most likely like help his game too.
Any other like prospective rookies coming out this year out of college? Do you think you really like?
I like
college.
I like John Morant over RJ Barrett.
Do you?
Yeah, bro. John Morant is dirty, dude.
He is. I don't like his jump shot though.
Why?
I don't know. It looks a little weird to me.
People keep talking about his jump shot and he has a set shot and all that stuff. It doesn't matter. If he can shoot, he can shoot. He's still a great 3-point shooter. I don't see why people are like saying, oh, like his set jump shot's not gonna trans. People said that about Steph. People talk so much crap about
I
Steph
don't know
when
how
he was in
people
college.
said that about Steph though. His
Bro,
release was so.
People were like, he's not athletic enough. He's too small. His handles aren't good enough.
Right.
All this stuff. Like, this man came to the NBA and started playing like real good. Like, come
Right.
on, just.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying like the same thing can happen to Zion, but
It can happen to anybody really. So
honestly, I feel like I don't like the top 3 people like I don't like the top 3 players like we talk about like Zion, Ja Morant, and RJ. I feel like someone else like the later.
that would be
draft
funny.
picks is gonna be better than them 3.
Some guy from like Temple. MVP.
Oh my God! Yeah, I mean you never know.
Why not? Honestly, why not?
Why not?
Okay, you want to call it episode?
We can, bro.
I'm good with that. So that has been MugenCast episode 17 with John Obassy.
1738.
Many more podcasts with John coming in the future.
For sure. It's the summer. I'm not doing anything.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. As usual.
For sure.
Thank y'all for listening. Peace.